So here we have the Ford Kuga 1.5 EcoBoost ST line automatic on an 18 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. From the outside you can see it's a 5-door car with those lovely black alloy wheels and tinted windows. Let's start off inside the boot and then work our way around the rest of the car from there. So the tailgate on this car will open electronically. You can do that from the key or from the tailgate itself. As we approach the back of the car, you'll see we have reversing sensors and those twin exhaust pipes. This car's also got a reversing camera. I'll show you that when we're inside the car. And then plenty of boot space, as you can see, along with that 60/40 split folding rear seat. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back round to the front of the car now, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But now that we've done a full circle of it, you can see that it's in lovely condition the whole way round. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. You get half leather seats. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard in terms of the different controls, so let's hop in and we'll do that now. Okay, so now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. On the left hand side we have the rev counter, and on the right hand side the speedometer. At the bottom in the middle we've got the fuel gauge and coolant temperature gauges, and then above that the total miles on this car are 7,445. You can change the information in that main central computer area by using buttons on the left hand side of the steering wheel. As you can see at the moment there's a digital readout for the speedometer available, but otherwise lots of pieces of fuel economy information all the way back round to the beginning. This piece of fuel economy information gives you kind of the 4 major things that you might want to see, and you can reset that at any time you want to should you be going on a longer drive. And then back round to the digital readout for the speedometer again. If we're backing out to the steering wheel, those are the buttons I was using just a moment ago, beneath which we've got cruise control and speed limiter. On the right hand side we have stereo controls. The button in the middle just there is the voice activation for your phone. So hit that button and ask it to dial anyone in your contacts list, and it can do that for you without you having to take your phone out of your bag or pocket. That is, of course, once you paired up your phone, and that is done on the touch screen over in the center here. Hit connect phone, pair phone,
search for your vehicle on your device and select it once it is found,
and then just follow those instructions on screen. It's very easy to do. When it comes to music, there's plenty of ways to listen to it in this car. We've got AM, FM and DAB digital radio, a CD player. Once you've paired your phone, you can stream music wirelessly via Bluetooth audio, and there's a couple of USB inputs as well. So once you pair up, or I should say connect devices to those USB inputs, they will appear as options on here too. On top of all of this, we have the reversing camera, which I've mentioned. So it's a full colour image with guidelines showing you where the car is headed in relation to the image that you see behind you. I'll put that back in park. There's one other parking thing which I will show you in just a moment. It's slightly further down on the dashboard. But the last thing up on here that I'll show you for now is the satellite navigation. There's a full video showing this working on our website, which I would highly recommend checking out. Working our way down, we've got the dual zone climate control. So you can adjust the temperature on the passenger side and driver side from here. The fan speed down or up. Hit that button to turn the air conditioning on, or hit auto and the car will maintain those temperatures for you by taking full control of the fan speed itself, and you can override that at any point in time that you wish to. We've also got a heated front and rear screen, heated driver seat, heated passenger seat, and then these buttons along the bottom here. These two are to do with the parking, so we'll finish with those two. On the very left hand side there we've got stop and start. So this car is designed to cut out in traffic when you're stationary, which will save you fuel. You can turn that system off. That button will open up the tailgate. This one turns off the parking sensors, and this one is the other parking aid that I mentioned a moment ago. So if I give that a push and show you up on the screen just here, this car has got autonomous parking. It can either parallel park you or bay park you on either the left or right hand side. It searches for a space itself, and it will do all of the steering, leaving you to control the accelerator, brake and gears. There's a full video showing this working on our website. I'd highly recommend checking that one out. We then have the fully automatic gearbox just here, a 12-volt charging socket and the electronic handbrake, and then in the central armrest, the 2 USB inputs that I mentioned earlier. The last thing I wanted to talk about is the panoramic glass sunroof. You can see the sun blind is closed at the moment. To open that up, we give that button a push. It'll open halfway or just under halfway and stop. Push it again and that will open all the way to the back of the car. As you can see, that in itself lets in a huge amount of extra light, but we can then open the front section as a proper sunroof to let in air as well. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to call any of our MJA sites. We'd love to hear from you soon.